Hey, what is up, you guys? It's James from James Reptiles, and in today's video, we're going to be focusing on the isopods in my colony, in my collection, my colonies of isopod in my collection. And I want to make this video because I've touched on it a few times in a couple different videos, and I really think it kind of deserves its own video as it's its own decision, right? It's a big decision, and you'll get what I'm talking about in a second. But here you see my powder blue colony. That is an isopeeper from the I forget, Vivariums in the Mist isopod food. Here we have some eggshells. There's a baby crested gecko that was a stillborn, and they ate it to the bone as of like 2 hours ago. And there were a couple eggs that had just infertile. They were just mush inside, and they ate all the mush since this morning too, which is awesome. You know, I don't see any of my colonies really eating the isopeepers that much. This colony ate it a little bit. That's about it. I'm going to leave it in there. I'm going to see if they eat it. I was assuming they were all full, but they ate all that other stuff, so I might put something else in there for them. Of course, this colony, I've actually kind of converted it to a meat-only colony, which I get is extremely weird. But, you know, being so intertwined with reptiles, I have a lot of people and a lot of my own animals that, you know, maybe they don't hatch out right. Maybe they hatch out deformed and they don't live very long. And I kind of wanted something that could eat all that and, you know, go back, put it all to use. So this colony specifically is going to get an upgrade. I believe the container is about two and a half the size of this. And, you know, that's even not enough. I have a giant cork round I got for $80 at the last show. And I'm going to be cutting it up today. I'll probably show a clip of that at the end. And, you know, this colony is one I'm going to keep for a long time. I think dwarf whites is a colony I'm going to keep for a long time. But I think those are the only two colonies I have any plans of keeping. I think what I'm going to do, and don't quote me on this, but I'm going to take all my powder orange, my Hassii high yellows, a bunch of dwarf whites, my clowns. I'm going to take those all to the Roseville show. I'm going to cup up all the last ones I have. If, you know, I have a couple extra, the cups are just going to have a couple extra in them. And I'm going to price them really low just to move them. And now, a couple things. I'm going to have a lot of extra cork bark that I can then cook and bring to the next show and sell it all for a couple dollars each, which, sure, why not? But I'm going to have extra lot of tubs and space for baby cresteds, which is awesome because this year I plan on really refining my crested gecko groups. You know, I'm going to have some adult reds. I'm going to have really good adult, what am I trying to say? Adult Dalmatians. You know, I'm going to try to maybe pick up another really nice pinstripe or quad stripe. Possibly a new male. I say that a lot. That male needs to go. He's beautiful, but his pattern just isn't where it's at right now. You know, I've got the lily whites. I've got all the snakes breeding this year, and there's just not very much room in the reptile room. And I think I need to make as much use out of the space that I have as possible, and the isopods just aren't cutting it. The return on investment is average at best. You know, it's not negative. It's definitely there's some there, but I think even with the minimum care and the very, very cheap to feed qualities of the isopods, I think there's other things I can do with that space. You know, I could put more leopard geckos there and make a lot more money and just stuff like that. So that's where I'm at. If you guys have any opinions on that, definitely let me know down below. I'm gonna be going and cutting all that cork. And I'm going to try to feed heavy all my isopod colonies so that when the time comes and I do go to the Roseville show, I want to bring a lot. I want to bring pretty much all of them. I want to have a lot. And I want to make a lot. So if I'm going to charge half of what I should be, I want to bring a lot so I still can make $200 off my isopods or something like that, right? So that being said, that's what's up with the isopods right now. Like I said, I will still keep the dwarf whites and the powder blues. This colony specifically, the meat-eating colony. And You know, I don't sell them that often, but sometimes I use them for myself, and sometimes I give some to friends. So, you know, keeping 2 colonies isn't that bad. But with that being said, let's go cut some cork bark, shall we? Alright, so here is my giant piece of cork. My 2 isopod enclosures. The big one's going to be for powder blues. I really actually enjoy that colony. Here's my hacksaw. I would have loved to take a Dremel of this, and I think it would have saved me a lot of time. My Dremel is broken. They're only like $40, but I still haven't got a new one yet. So, that being said, let's cut some cork. Right, so I've just drilled all my holes way far up so nothing can get out. And though I do think it needs any leaf litter for that matter, there is leaf litter mixed up in the substrate, but it definitely needs leaf litter. I'm going to put the first isopods in here. So this is actually super exciting for me. I am going to leave some in this colony, at least for a little bit, because there's always going to be ones I can't get out. And it's always a good idea to have 2 colonies. So what I'm going to do is take this really big cork bark. Look at all those isopods. There's a couple powder oranges in there. And I'm just going to make sure they get all around. And we'll grab another one. Look at all those isopods. Holy cow. Let's see, shall we just do more? Now this colony's got nothing in it. This one's got tons in it. So I'm going to spray this one down, put some leaf litter in, and we'll probably end up doing the same thing with the dwarf whites. Alright, so here are my original 3 dwarf white colonies. Along with this tub, there's only 3 pieces of cork bark. That's all I can fit because they're so big. This top one is obviously the newest one from December. There's not too much in there. Well, not much that I want to dig up. These other 2, I have taken out of for shows, but there's still a lot in there, and they do bury a lot in the soil. And you'll see most of the dwarf whites come up when they actually are overpopulating the soil. And I think this one, I pick up this cork, you start to see them. So I will put a bunch in here, and they will take forever to populate it because that's what they love to do. But that's fine, as long as we get it started. And just for good measure, I'll take some of this soil that has tons of pod boys in it, and I'll just lay it in the middle. Maybe some more, just kind of like that, and I think we'll call that good. And now the rest in this one and the rest in the other one, we will just sell off. You know, I'll post on Facebook that I have a lot of it, and we'll just sell it off to people. So with that, that's going to be it for today's video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. All that definitely helps out the channel. If you do enjoy the isopod content, I do apologize. There will be less of it because we'll be selling them, but that just makes room for more of the stuff that I love, you know, my cord snakes, my ball pythons, my crustids, and my leopards. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.